What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. If you're a fan of the Las Vegas Raiders and want to support this channel, please subscribe. And if you like the shirt, go out there and support your boy at RaiderHoncho.com. And don't forget to follow me at Raider Honcho on Twitter and Instagram. Now, in today's video, I know everybody's been talking about free agency. Everybody's been talking about all these other things. And there is so much concern about our offensive line and the changes we've made. And I am here to show a little bit of love to the offensive linemen, the big dogs, the hogs, the trenches, where we win and lose the games oftentimes is that offensive line. And I know a lot of people out there are very concerned with our offensive line. We lose Trent Brown, who ain't never played anyway. We lost Gabe Jackson, who just wanted too many damn Ben Franklins. And then we also got rid of our starting center, Rodney Hudson, who has been a staple for our organization and our franchise, and one of the Rough Riders that we have, one of the great human beings out there. And, we got rid of him for a third-round pick. And I think that has something to do with the Gabe Jackson situation. I'm hearing a lot of stories about he didn't want to be here if Gabe didn't want to be here. You know what? It really doesn't matter to me. He's no longer a Raider. Good luck in whatever he does. But I'm only here to talk about Raiders and potential Raiders. So, yeah, a lot of people are very nervous about our offensive line. And I'm here to break down what I think our offensive line is as of right now. Obviously, we're still in free agency, but I just want to give the people some type of peace of mind. That's what Raider Honcho does. I come out here, I speak the facts, whether you like it or not. I'm here to just give you my take on what's going on in Raider Nation. Now, let's take a look at our potential starting lineup as of right now. This is obviously pre-draft, okay? Looks like our guards are going to be Denzel Good, Richie Incognito. Our tackles are probably going to be Colton Miller. Not probably. It's definitely Colton Miller and possibly Brandon Parker. Our center is Andre James. Now, I think the next man up is John Simpson. Now, I think it's important to note that the ages of these guys, right? Denzel Good is 30, Incognito's 37, Colton Miller is only 25, Brandon Parker's only 25, Andre James is 23, and John Simpson is also 23. And guys, I think a part of this is you have to understand is eventually we were going to have a revamped offensive line. Now, just like the Patriots used to do with Bill Belichick, who we praised for years, is you get rid of the players a year too early rather than a year too late. And in the situation where the salary cap went down $16 million, I just don't think we had the funds to be able to keep a Gabe Jackson, a Rodney Hudson. We definitely didn't want Trent Brown anymore because he didn't want to be here. And I think we have to put it into consideration that eventually we were going to have to revamp this line. And I know a lot of you think that right now probably wasn't the time, and everybody's going crazy over us getting a tackle in the first round, and, what should we do in the first round at 17? And look, I'm here to tell you, man, let's just look at the players we have right now. Denzel Good was a 7th round pick, number 255 overall. Richie Incognito, who we didn't draft, but he was a 3rd round pick, 81st overall. Colton Miller, of course, we know is the 1st round pick, number 15, but it also took some time to develop him to be what he is today. Brandon Parker, 3rd round pick, 65 overall. John Simpson was a 4th round pick, 109 overall. And Andre James, who just got a contract for $8 million, maybe even more. He's our starting center as of right now. He has to fight in camp for that. But, man, the boy wasn't even drafted. Our starting center right now wasn't even drafted. So I say all that to say that we don't necessarily have to go right tackle at 17, okay? We don't have to do it because I just showed you that most of our starting line is picked up in the 3rd or 4th round. Some of them wasn't even drafted. So everybody hold your horses on the whole idea that we need to draft a right tackle at 17, or we blew it in the draft, or should we trade up and get an offensive lineman? Now, I believe that if you think Slater is the guy, whoever you think is the guy and he's available, then you draft him. But I'm just here to tell the nation, for Raider Nation, the fans, relax. We're going to be okay. I know y'all think our offensive line is straight garbage. I know you think it's dump the juice. I know you think that it's just trash, but I'm here to tell you that let's give it a chance, all right? Let's not forget that we have the offensive line guru in Tom Cable. If there's no other man that I would rather have coaching our offensive line that is young than Tom Cable, okay? Let's not forget, Tom Cable, when he was over there in Seattle, actually started with the 3rd youngest offensive line. 3rd youngest offensive line in the league. was that Seattle team when he started over there, okay? And they ended up being the 7th youngest because of injuries. But let's not forget what Marshawn Lynch was able to do under that line. Let's not forget, or I should say behind that line. Let's not forget that running attack was one of the best in the league at that time when Tom Cable was over there, all right? Tom Cable's claim to fame is taking inexperienced linemen and turn them into starting caliber NFL players. That's what he does. That's actually what he's known for. That's his reputation, is taking guys who have inexperience or no experience at the offensive line position and very quickly being able to turn them around into starting caliber NFL players. So we have to let this man do his job. Tom Cable is the GOAT, and he'll punch you in your jaw. So you know I already respect that man. But let's not forget, a little fun fact for you. Tom Cable once convinced Seattle to pick up George Fant, who was a power forward in college and only had 1 year experience at tight end. So he was a power forward and played 1 year college football at tight end. Tom Cable convinced Seattle to get him, and within 20 months, he was a starting left tackle. Tom Cable took a man who was a power forward with no experience on the offensive line. He took him and within 20 months turned him into the starting left tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I think it's important to understand that because, no, we don't want to wait 20 months to turn anybody into anybody. But when you think about it, he's already dealing with more experienced people. All right, he's going to get Denzel Good where he needs to be. He's going to get Andre James where he needs to be. He can get Brandon Parker where he needs to be. And I just say all that to say, you don't have to automatically go right tackle at 17. You can get a guy in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round and give him the Tom Cable, and Tom Cable's going to do what Tom Cable does. Okay? And that's turn him into starting quality, starting caliber NFL lineman. And I believe he's going to do it. And I'm here to tell you, you should believe he's going to do it. All right? So get down there in the comments and what do you think? Do you believe in Tom Cable or do you not believe in Tom Cable? Let me know in the comments what you think. All right? Do you think he can do it or do you think he can't do it? I think Tom Cable has enough in the cupboard with this offensive line to keep us where we're at, if not make us better. All right, because we had a lot of injuries on the offensive line last year. There's no continuity. And I'll be the first to tell you, when we was getting rid of our offensive line, I was nervous. But then once I sat back and had to, take the 72-hour rule where I take 72 hours to kind of think about things, then I reevaluate my stance on them. I'm here to tell you, man, I believe in Tom Cable. I think he's going to be able to do the job. And I think that if you're going to move linemen around, this is the best time to do it. This is the best time to do it. You don't want it to be mid-season where you're trading your offensive linemen. You do it in the offseason, and now they have all offseason to work together to get right, to get that continuity, to get that chemistry. Carr knows who's going to be in front of him. They know who's going to be behind him. So I'm just letting you know right now, have a little bit of confidence, have a little bit of faith, and just relax. Believe in the boy Tom Cable. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think, all right? If you like the video, like the video. If you like the content on this channel, or you just like to hear Raiders talk or any type of football talk with some common sense involved, subscribe to the channel. Holla at your boy. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Raider Honcho. And until the next time, Raider Honcho out.